everybody, Mrs. Kapper here. It is April 15th, and since we've been stuck in Illinois for quite a few weeks, the rehab in the Kentucky house has just kind of went to a screeching halt. So I am at Menards right now. I'm going to go pick up some boards, and I'm going to make some shutters for the windows, for that one side where the bedrooms are, and then also that front window. I think it'll add a pop of color, and it'll kind of break up that big wall of whiteness that's out there. The color will also match then the front door whenever I can get down there to paint that. So something to look forward to for the weekend. That'll get me through the work week, knowing that I can just play around with that. The three main windows that I'm going to do are 56 by 32, but then you have to figure in the height of any of the trim that you might have. So what I ended up picking out was the Cedar, it's actually the dog-eared fence pickets. I used 6 foot, 4 foot, and 5 foot, and they were 1x6s and 1x4s. And really altogether for one of the shutters for that big one, it only came to $10. Probably the most expensive part of this was getting the paint, but I want it to last. I know the wood will last, and I really don't want to be painting them again anytime soon anyway. So I am just going to take 3 of them, and that will give me a little bit like 16.5 inches. Which is perfect because the windows are about 35 with all the trim. And I'm going to use another one of the boards, make the top, cross beam, and then one on the bottom. Should be pretty easy to do. Yeah, I've said that before. I do have to sand them. They're all rough cut because they are for picket fence or the dog-eared fence, whatever it is. Lots of nice birdhouse scraps. Perfect. Save them up. Well, that's basically it for the cutting. I put the 2 pieces on. There's 6 inches on the bottom here. I'm only going to put 2. I know some people put, that X or that other line in the middle there. I think it looks a little too busy. I'm going to keep it that way. Keep it simple. Yeah, a big sander would be good to run these boards through. I don't have one, so just going to use my orbital one. I know for some of you, you hate painting, but I actually love it. So I chose to use a roller. You could spray it on. But what I wanted to make sure was that every surface got 2 coats before I assembled it. You could assemble it and then spray paint it, or even, just paint it with a brush or roller. But then you're going to have surfaces that have never been sealed, and rain will get back there, and you'll have the wet wood against wet wood. Now, granted, I know it's cedar, so it shouldn't rot, but you still keep it dry. So I just had the boards all clamped together. I did leave a little bit of a space between them just for some expansion with the weather. Just some basic holes drilled in, and I used those deck screws so you don't have to worry about them rusting. Now this is the back side of the shutter, so I'm putting 3 braces, 2 on each end and 1 in the middle. The top ones I put about 1.5 inches from the ends, and I just repeated the same process for all 3 of those in the back. So you can see back there's lots of screws, but that's okay. So basically the boards are attached in 5 different points, so I don't think they're going to warp. I guess there's always the potential. I think it's going to look really good against the white siding. I mean, is it perfect? Heck no. But I'm learning with each one that I'm going to be making. And I intentionally put these extra braces behind because I wanted it to stand out from the siding a little bit. I didn't want it just to be flattened right onto it. So when I do mount them to the side of the house, it's going to go through this right here. I love the wood grain texture. I did not want to sand it all the way down to just a smooth, otherwise I would have just got vinyl. All right, so since I can't go to Kentucky, I'm using my imagination. This is not the exact size window. That window is a little bit bigger in Kentucky, but it kind of gives me a visual of what the color will look like on the side. Now granted, it'll be a white trim and white back. I think it'll look nice because I'm going to have these yellow rockers in that milk can over there whenever I can get back there and finish the deck. I think it'll work.